Oh, good, we're not late.
Mike? Mr. Lacey? Looks like we're all a bit early.
Yeah, well, Judge Arnold's usually very prompt. He should be any minute.
If I were you, I wouldn't be too eager for him to arrive.
Now, what's that supposed to mean?
I'll let you figure it out. Oh, Elizabeth, you look a little nervous. I think you made a mistake, you know. You should have accepted my offer to share custody of Philip. Then we wouldn't have to go through all this hearing business again, and you wouldn't have so much to lose.
The decision isn't in yet, Alan. You may be due for a surprise.
Or you. Wonder where my bride is.
I hate that man so much I can barely stand to look at him.
It shouldn't take long.
Like I can't bear the thought of him bringing up Philip.
Anything happened?
No. Where were you?
Oh, I stopped by the house. Philip told me you'd meet me here, so...
I was afraid you were going to miss all the action.
No, you know I wouldn't.
That would be a shame. You've been so preoccupied with this hearing, even during our honeymoon.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Good afternoon.
Well, are we all here?
Yes, I believe so.
As you know, these hearings are conducted informally, but once again, I want to bring in the court reporter, and we'll make this a matter of record. At the time of the original hearing, I said that this was one of the most difficult decisions I had been called upon to make. I agreed to a rehearing because new evidence had emerged, and because of a change in certain other circumstances which had influenced my original decision. As you know, my primary consideration has been the welfare and happiness of the child involved. Although I'm also aware that the other members of the family are vulnerable human beings with their own needs and rights. Sometimes the court, quite literally, has to have the wisdom of Solomon in order to reach a just decision. Now, I've spent considerable time reviewing the transcripts of the original hearing and the revelations that have come to light since then, including the death of the chief witness at the hands of Mr. Spaulding's attorney. I've also learned the reason for Mrs. Spaulding's earlier emotional instability, the fact that she was addicted to a particular medication, an addiction which she has now overcome. In addition, I've heard evidence that for 9 years, Mr. Spaulding withheld from his former wife the fact that she was unable to bear more children. I've also considered a statement from the counselor at the boys' school. He reports that since Philip has been living with his father, there are indications of a few minor emotional problems. Of course, I've taken into account Mr. Spaulding's recent remarriage. And I appreciate the fact that Philip's new stepmother seems deeply devoted to him. Nonetheless, considering all aspects of the case, I feel the best interest of the child would be served by granting custody of the child to Mrs. Elizabeth Spaulding, with generous rights of visitation for the father. I will entertain recommendations for those rights from both attorneys as soon as possible.
Your Honor,
The implementation of this change in custody should take place as soon as possible.